Hello friends, this video on Haloalkanes and Haloarenes part 4 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Let's take some more examples. So we have to write the common name and IUPAC name for this guy. So this, if you see, this is my hydrocarbon and this is attached to a benzene, right? So it is a benzylic chloride. So this is benzyl chloride actually. It's a common name. And the IUPAC name. So for IUPAC name, this is called chlorophenylmethane. This is a chloro, this is a phenyl group, and this is a methane. Correct? This is my main group. Methane group is the main group. So in this methane group, I have a phenyl and chloro group attached. So it is chlorophenylmethane. Let's take this guy. So here this is my chlorine and this is also directly attached to a benzene ring, right? So this guy's common name is, again there is no rule for common name. This is called, this was a toluene actually. This is a toluene with a chlorine. So it is called, and toluene, if you see the toluene, if you see this is a toluene, and on this I have a chlorine attached at ortho position. So it will be ortho chlorotoluene. That is a common name. Want to write the IUPAC name? IUPAC name will be, let's give a numbering to this guy. Let's give 1 to this, 2 to this, right? So this is a chlorine group. So it will be 1 chloro 2 methyl. Why this is given priority? Because chlorine and methyl, C comes first. So it will be 1 chloro 2 methyl, and then I have benzene. So it is 1 chloro 2 methyl benzene. Let's take some more example. CHBr3, common name is bromoform. You should know this because sometimes we use the term chromoform, chloroform, bromoform. You should know the common name. And then we have, let's write the IUPAC name. Writing IUPAC name is easy. 3 bromine to a methane. So it will be tribromo because 3 bromine. 1 carbon, so it's meth. All single bond, ane. It's tribromomethane. Let's take this guy now, CH3, CH2, CH2F. So here the common name will be what? Methitprop, all single, so it's N-propyl, straight chain. It's N-propyl and fluorine, so it's fluoride. N-propyl fluoride. FLU, fluoride, yeah. You write the IUPAC name, it is what? Number it 1, 2, 3. At 1 I have fluorine, so it will be 1 fluoro and total 3 carbon. So prop, all single bond, ane. It will be 1 fluoropropane. We'll take some more examples on IUPAC name and common names. So let's name this compound. Let's find the longest chain. The longest chain I believe is this chain. Yes, this is the longest chain. Right? Let's number it. And since it has double bonds, all alkenes, so numbering is done in such a way that the double or triple bond gets lowest positions. We'll number from this guy, 1 position. This is number 1, this is number 2, number 3, number 4, and this is number 5. Correct? So let's now write the compound name. So I have third position, I have fourth position, I have bromo. So it will be 4 bromo, right? And then I have no other attached group, and I have 5 carbon, so it will be pent. At second position I have a double bond and 2 ene. This is the name, 4 bromo pent to ene. Correct? Let's see this guy. So in this case, what is the longest chain I have? So longest chain start from here 1, 2, 3, 4. So I should take the longest chain, which should also have double bond. This is my longest chain. Correct. So here also I have to do numbering. So numbering will be done in such way that the longest chain gets the double bond gets the lowest number. So it will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Correct. So with this, let's see what is the name of this compound. So it will be at third I have a bromo. So I have 3 bromo. And then it's 4 carbon in the chain, so it will be but. At first position I have a double bond, actually this guy, but1. So this is the name of this compound. Correct. Let's number this guy. What is the longest chain here? So the longest chain with the double bond is this chain start from here, here and here. This is the longest chain. Correct. So here also numbering in such a way that this double bond gets the lowest number. This is carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4 and carbon. So let's name this guy. So at fourth I have a bromo, 4 bromo, right? The longest chain has anything else? Yeah, third I have a methyl, 3 methyl. The longest chain is 5 carbon, pent. Double bond at second position, pent to ene. Pent to ene. That is the name. 4 bromo, 3 methyl, pent to ene. This is the name of this compound. Let's take some more examples. So let's find the longest chain which has double bond and also these compounds. So this is my longest chain with 4 carbon. How can you number? So if you number in this fashion 1, 2, the double bond gets second position. If you number in this fashion 1, 2, here also double bond gets second position. So that is okay. But if you number in this fashion 1, 2, 3, 4, my bromine gets first position, that is good. If I number in this fashion 1, 2, 3, 4, bromine gets fourth position, that is bad. So in both cases, my double bond gets same number. So double bond criteria is gone now. So we'll go by the criteria of lowest number for bromine here. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope you understand. So if I number in this fashion, the bromine in the reverse fashion, the bromine gets 4. If I number in this fashion, bromine gets what? In both the case, my double bond gets second position. Here also if you number, you get second position. Here also if you number, you get second position. So we'll number in this fashion. So it will be what? First position I have bromo. So 1 bromo. I have methyl group attached here at second position. 2 methyl. And then 4 carbon. So but. At second position I have a double bond. So but to ene. This is the name of this compound. Let's take this guy. Here also let's number. So I have 2 possibility. The longest chain is this guy. Same thing here also if I number in this fashion 1, 2, 3, 4, double bond gets second position. If I number in this fashion 1, 2, 3, 4, double bond gets second position. In both case double bond is getting second position, but if I number in this fashion 1, 2, 3, 4, my bromine gets second position 1, that is good. If I number in this fashion, the bromine gets number 4, that is bad. So I'll number in this fashion, so it becomes 1 bromo. Then I have 4 carbon, so it's but. Second position I have a double bond 2 ene. This is the name. Let's take this guy. Here also the longest chain is what? With a double bond. So the longest chain with a double bond is this guy. Why? Because this would have been a this is the longest chain. Yes, this is the longest chain. So let's see numbering. If I number in this fashion, this becomes number 1. My alkene gets second position. If I number in this fashion 1, 2, alkene gets second position, which is not good. So I'll number in this fashion only 1, 2, 3, because the first priority is that the double bond should get lower number. So with this, my name will be at third I have a bromine, so 3 bromo. Second I have a methyl, 2 methyl, and the number of carbon in the chain is 3, so prop. At first position I have ene, so prove 1. You can ignore this 1 also, because if it is not there, it implies that it is at fourth position. It is 2 bromo 3 bromo 2 methyl prop 1 ene, or you can say 3 bromo 2 methyl propene also you can say. So the question says that we have to name the following halides as per IUPAC, and we have to classify them as alkyl, allyl, benzyl, vinyl or aryl halides. So if you see this guy, I'll write the structure of this. It will be something like this: 3 carbon and 1 more carbon, right? Carbon, here I have Cl and then I have CH3. This is the structure. You can add extra hydrogens. This is the structure, correct? So first we have to say whether it is alkyl, allyl or benzyl halide. So if you see, this is the chlorine, so this is my hydrocarbon, and this hydrocarbon, if you see, is a alkyl, and this carbon is attached to 2 other carbon atom, right? This hydrocarbon is attached to 2 other carbon atom, so it is secondary alkyl halide. So let me write here, this is secondary alkyl halide, correct? If you want to write the name of this, you can write pretty easy. Actually, you can start the naming convention. This is the longest chain. If I start from here, chlorine gets second position, 1, 2. If I start from here, chlorine gets third position. So I'll start the naming chain from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then what is the name of this? It will be, at 2 I have a chloro group, so it will be 2 chloro, right? And then I have, at third I have a methyl group, so 3 methyl, and then the longest chain has 4 carbon, so it is bute, all single bond, butane. This will be the name of this particular compound: 3 chloro, 2 chloro, 3 methyl butane, and it is secondary alkyl halide, correct? Let's take the next guy. Let's take this compound now, right? Let me draw the structure of this in red. So it's all straight actually, but okay, there is small division. C, 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 there's a C here, one more C here, C here. Yeah, this is the structure. Hydrogen you can add. So in this case, if you see, this is my hydrocarbon, right? And this hydrocarbon is alkyl group, so it's alkyl halide. And now check the number of carbon atoms this hydro is attached to. So this hydro is attached to only 1 carbon. So it is primary alkyl halide, right? This guy is primary alkyl halide. Where should I write? So let me write here. Primary alkyl halide. Correct. Let's write the name of this compound. I'll write here in the red. You see the naming convention, it will be 1 here, 2 here, 3 here and 4 here, right? Because I have a halogen group attached, it should get the lowest number. So it's 1 iodo, 1 iodo. At 2 I have 2 methyl groups, so it is 2 dimethyl. And then the longest chain has 4 carbon, so it is bute, all single bond, A. It's 1 iodo 2 dimethyl butane, and it is primary alkyl halide. Let's take this compound now, the green. Let me draw the structure first for a easy thing. C, C, then I have a CH3 here, then I have C here, then I have a Br here, then I have C here. This is the structure actually, and you can add extra hydrogens here. So now if you see, this is my hydrocarbon, and this hydrocarbon is now attached to, is alkyl group actually, it's all single bond alkyl group. It's attached to 2 other carbon. So it is a secondary alkyl. So it is, you can say that, secondary alkyl halide. Secondary alkyl halide. Correct. Now it's secondary alkyl halide. Now let's write the name of this. We'll number it 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be what? 2-bromo. Let me write in green this name. 2-bromo, 3-methyl. Third I have a methyl group. And then 4 carbon in the longest chain. It will be bute, all single bond N. So it will be 2-bromo, 3-methyl butane. So this is, I am done with all three. The first one was secondary alkyl halide. This is primary alkyl halide. This is also secondary alkyl halide. And these are the three names in blue, red and green. Correct. Similarly, we have to do for these now. So let's take this guy now. Let's draw the structure of this compound. So it is 1, 2, 1 carbon, one more carbon here, one more carbon here. And on this carbon I have a carbon attached, and then one carbon here, and on this carbon I have a C2H5 attached, so I have 2 carbons here, and then I have a Cl here. So this is the structure of this compound. The longest chain is obviously this. So who is the hero? Hero is this carbon. So this carbon is attached to 2 carbon atoms, and this is alkyl actually, so it's also secondary alkyl halide. So let me write here. Secondary alkyl halide. So I'll write the name in black for this. So what is the name of this? This is carbon 1, this is carbon 2, carbon 3 and carbon 4. So it will be what? 1-bromo. Sorry, chlorine is there, right? So it will be 1-chloro. Let's see the longest chain. This is not the longest chain. The longest chain is this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the longest chain actually, you see. Correct? This is the longest chain. So the name will be what? At 3 I have chloro. So 3-chloro. At 4 I have a methyl. Right? This guy. 4-methyl. And then 6 carbon. So hex. All single bond A, and this is the name, and this is nothing but secondary alkyl halide. Correct. Let's take this guy now. Let me draw the structure of this. I have a carbon, 3 carbon attached to this carbon, right? And on this carbon I have a CH2 attached. Then again I have a carbon here. On this I have a hydrogen and a bromine attached. And then I have C6H5. This is a phenyl group. This is the structure. So let's see which is the hero carbon. This is my hero carbon. And is this hero carbon directly attached to a phenyl group? No. This bromine is not directly attached to phenyl group. This bromine is attached to phenyl group via this hero carbon, right? So this will be a benzyl halide, and this carbon, the hydrocarbon, is attached to 2 carbons, right? One carbon here, one carbon here. So it is secondary benzyl halide. So let me write here. Secondary benzyl halide. Let's write the name of this compound. So the name will start from here. We'll make it 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the name will be what? At 1 I have bromo. I have 1 bromo. And I have second position. So third position I have 2 methyl. So 3 dimethyl. And then at 1 I have a phenyl. 1 phenyl. And then the longest chain has 4 carbon. So it's bute. All single bond A. So the reason why I wrote bromo first is because B came first, then M, and then P. If you write alphabetically, B bromo, then methyl, and then phenyl. So B came first, so we write bromo first, and then methyl came. So I wrote. See, please note if it's di-tri, this name we ignore. We talk only about the primary group. It's methyl, so M, and then phenyl, so P. So this is the name of this compound. Let's talk about this compound now. So let's draw the structure of this first, because the structure is pretty clear. C, then I have a C. In this C I have a 2 C2H5 group attached. And then I have a CH2 here, and then I have bromine. This is the structure of this. Correct. This is my hydrocarbon. You see this is alkyl, so it's the alkyl group. This carbon is attached to only one single carbon, so it is primary alkyl group. Right. This is primary alkyl group. Right. Primary alkyl halide, you can say primary alkyl halide. And then let's name this. It became a little hodgepodge because there are so many questions in one PPT. So we'll have this. This will be 1. What is the longest chain here? So longest chain, if you see, is not this. It will go somewhere in this direction. Right? Then you get the longest chain. This will be number 1, number 2, number 3 and 4. So it will be what? Let me write here only 1 bromo. At second position I have a methyl, and second position I have ethyl. So 2 ethyl and methyl, which come first? A, B, C, D, E, E come first. So 2 ethyl and then 2 methyl. Why? Because I have a methyl and ethyl group both attached to the second position, and the longest chain has 4 carbon atoms. So 4 is but, all single bond, ane. The name will be 1 bromo 2 ethyl 2 methyl butane. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.